Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, July 27th. I'm on here to see if I can put a video up this morning. It's almost noon, so shout out to Super Dave out there. The reason is I've got this, making sure this is hooked up so I get a little better pickup on here. And I did go in and shut the mic off on my Logitech. It's up there. Matter of fact, right now I've got it shut down. On here I can control which camera I'm going to use. But I wanted to make sure I got the mic on that Logitech off. Hopefully this comes out good. You'll be able to see it, hear it. And like I say, thank you, Super Dave. I know a lot of people have been out there, well, not a lot, but a few of them have had trouble hearing what I've got on here, and I never know if they're putting me on or what. I know it works on my end, it doesn't necessarily work on somebody else's, I guess. I wanted to explain my channel a little better. Sometimes people, maybe they don't understand. My opinion is just that. It's just an opinion. Nobody is paying me for it. I don't get paid to be on this channel. It's just a hobby. Sometimes I do it I have an office in my house. I like it out here in the garage. I don't bother anybody else when I'm out here, and I'm comfortable out here. This is my hobby shop, my place where I work on vehicles and little things. I've got miniature steam engines and antique small motors and airplanes, RC airplanes, just a lot of things that you do. When you retire, you have all kinds of hobbies. And most of these hobbies I had before I retired. One of the things I do on here, and the real reason I ended up putting a lot of this out here, I had set up a studio over in that corner over there just so I could sing songs. I belong to a club. It's kind of a club, but it's a worldwide organization, and you pay a fee to belong to it. You can do it, I guess, on a monthly basis. I pay on an annual basis, and you can join chat groups, or you can do things like joining contests. People, different places in different countries will put on contests. Most of it is in English. The program itself is out of Canada. Part of it was for my lungs. It helps get phlegm out if I spend much time singing. A lot of it is because you're singing with your your diaphragm and your lungs and your whole works. It has a tendency to loosen up the phlegm, and you can get it out. And it had, for quite a few years, it helped quite a bit up until I caught RSV. Then I haven't been able to get all the phlegm out since that, and that's been about a year and a half ago. So my breathing has been curtailed a lot. I've got less than, I got about a third is what I'm using. So if I walk, after I walk very far, then I have to stop and catch my breath. Going up and down steps, same way. I can't continually, and I can't run at all. So, but I can be comfortable sitting in a chair. So you see, I'm sitting in a chair, right? Okay, now I'm going to explain my channel a little better. People hit me because they don't like my opinion. Well, that's okay. The channel's out there to listen if you want to. You don't have to agree with me. I will put up with your opinion as long as you don't try to hammer it. If you put up there 5 or 6 times where you just keep hammering, it's not going to do you any good. And chances are, if you're just wasting space and time, I'll probably just block you, because it's easier to do that than to try to have this go somewhere where we're not going to agree. And that's not saying we have to agree with each other. We just can't get nasty about it. I won't call you names. You don't call me names. and we won't get derogatory in any way. I had, like on that last video now, I left opposing, it's a complete opposing video of mine. And the reason I did, most people, I would say at least 80% of the people that look at the video of the interaction of a subject out in Otter Creek and the police will disagree with my opinion. And I knew that going into it and had stated that's probably what's going to happen, because there are so many people that no matter how the police handle it, they'll be in the wrong. Sometimes they feel that they're not doing enough. The other time is they're doing too much. And you can't have it both ways. I will tell you that I'm behind the cop protecting himself, and if he has to go and take somebody to the ground to ensure that, well, then that's the way it is. And when I see them take this guy to the ground, they did it by tripping him, taking him down, and obviously they didn't injure him when they did it. I seen them take a couple of hits with their knee. That's to ensure compliance. Whether it was needed or not, that's between the training the officer got and the officer and the subject. And also, they apparently had a scuffle when they got to the car. And I'm not talking about when he slammed him into the hood the first time. I'm talking about when he was put into the back. Apparently this guy spit on him, and I don't know what happened at that point because I couldn't see it, and I'm not going to speculate. And most of them that disagreed with me were speculating on what's going on back there. And I felt that was a little unfair, but that's your opinion, and you're welcome to it. But respect my right to have an opinion as well. And I'm not going to say too much more about it. There's really nothing to say until it's been investigated by their internal review process. I'm assuming that they have an automatic review because force had to be used on this subject. And you're talking about somebody they've dealt with in the past, and apparently, whatever it was, they knew his habits and what to expect. That's all I know. Oh, the other thing is, you gotta love this. The interaction that was going on of all the people there. The brother, the father, the guy that was taken in, and nobody seems to remember there was another guy there too. Okay. But you keep saying about Thomas doing the catcalling and stuff. I'll have to admit, he did say a couple of items in there, but the brother of this guy was saying most of the things. I didn't see anybody call him out on it. Now, I know you don't like Mr. Thomas. Thomas is his first name. You know, he's doing his best, and he's trying very hard to just to be a normal person out there. What's wrong with that? He was there with another fellow buying 2 cars. That's why he was there. He had reason to be there. He had permission to be there. He was called to be there. I don't know how better you can explain it. The fact that you don't like Thomas, that's between you and him, not between... I already know you don't care for him. Get a life. Okay, let's go on. The other thing is, there's a few out there insist that I'm up here going over this because I get paid. And I'm just out there to get subs. I don't get paid. If I was out there to get subs, I'd be positive on everything. When I get on here and I disagree with most of the people, well, subs fly out of here like rats from a sinking ship. Somebody got upset with me, believe it or not, for calling somebody a rat. Now, the guy tells on another guy, right? When I was a kid, you were a tattletale. Grown men say, well, he ratted on me. Okay, if you tell on somebody, that means you ratted on him, correct? Is there something wrong with saying that? If it is, let me know. Because it's not a bad word. It's only telling the story of what happened. That's it. I'll never understand it. I didn't cuss the guy out. I didn't call him nasty names. They're mad at me because I said, hey, that guy, he's a rat. Well, he is. He told on somebody else. That's what he did. It's pretty simple. There again, that's my opinion. You may have a different name, but if it means the same thing, come on now. Now, I know when you're young and you say, don't be a tattletale. But then you come right back and you say, tell me what he did. What happened? It can get confusing to a child, and it gets confusing to an adult too. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I don't know if anybody ever told you that, but I've told you that different times. My voice is getting a little hoarse today. It happens. Let's see, what else can we go over? Oh yeah. You guys call me a hater because I call out one of the people out there that's got a channel for some of their habits that I don't like. And I told you a long time ago, you can be legally right and morally wrong as far as I'm concerned. There's certain things I don't do or don't feel like I'm doing, or at least I don't take it to the extent that maybe somebody else does. Okay. Yes, I look at other people and I say what I think. And you say, well, you're not supposed to judge them. What do you want to call it? Do you look out at people and say, well, I don't like that? Or anybody out there, have you ever done that? I don't like that. Was that judgment? He shouldn't be doing that, or she shouldn't be doing that. That's wrong. You never did that? Come on now. Let's be real, please. Just be real. I told you, you can come on my channel and you can say, I didn't like the way you did that. And if you want to explain why you didn't, that's fine too. But don't go on there 10 times and say, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. You don't have to tell me 10 times. Once it's time, that's fine. You can come on my channel and express your opinion. Don't hammer me though. Don't just put it over and over and over. Okay? Nobody likes to go see somebody doing this to them. You can say, I didn't like that. That's fine. Do that. If you were to look at other channels, you won't see disparaging remarks, and there's a good reason for it. They want their channel perceived as doing nothing wrong. So if a negative remark shows up on it, they don't want people to think about it a little bit. They want you to accept what they say, do, and a lot of them are do as I say, but not as I do. So if you watch the channel and you're careful about it, you can see there definitely is a difference. Now, if you're one of those that say, oh boy, there's never any negative remarks over there, then you're right. It's thoroughly scrutinized. The question you ought to ask is, if it's scrutinized, they don't say that they've looked at mine. What did I say? And I'm talking about you. In other words, you don't get acknowledged. Most time on mine, I'll take the time to acknowledge it. And the advantage I have is it's a very small channel. And yes, I can get in there and go over all the comments. And sometimes it takes me a day or two before I get back to all of them. It really depends on what I'm doing that particular day. When you're retired, you have no schedule. You do what you feel like doing. It's a privilege you get when you retire. I was told one time that you smile when you shouldn't. And I've tried to explain that to you. I don't want to cry on here. Smiling is a lot better. It presents better. The whole works. And if I go neutral, at my age, my muscles, it looks like I'm sad, mad. So you have to use certain muscles to keep from looking that way. So there's nothing wrong with having a smile. Smile is better than a frown. And usually, if I'm happy about something, it shows up in my eyes at the same time. So you're really going to know what I'm happy about something or or unhappy. The commentary on one of the channels was, all their subs want something. I've never felt that way on my channel. I feel you come here because you want some information, or you want to see what my opinion is that day on whatever I'm talking about, or you want to give your opinion, and I try to acknowledge that. I don't tell everybody out there that you want something from me, because I don't believe you do. You come in to get entertained to a certain extent, which is what I would expect. Some channels say, well, they all want something from me. They want to get famous. You see, subs out there, some of them, they're not trying to get famous. Matter of fact, they don't put up videos. They really want to get out there to have social contact. Leave comments, get comments back, be acknowledged that they were there. That's all. So it's no big deal. And I appreciate every one of you that's willing to come in and watch my channel. Whether you like it or not, you don't have to like it to watch it. And you don't have to tell me that you like it. You don't even have to sub to it. All of you that do sub, I appreciate it. Only because it says, okay, that person, he agrees with me, or else he enjoys the rhetoric back and forth. Okay. The ones that want to leave, so, I mean, we live in a free country. I'm not your boss. But I do give you something free. That's my channel. This channel is free. I don't charge. There's no special. There's nothing over here that says you can sign up and get something special. Why would I do that? If I'm not trying to make money, I don't have something special for people who want to come here with me. Everyone that comes in here and listens is special to me. I think you're special. And I love having you on here. The lectures I give out on here, I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want you to notice something and maybe change the way you feel if you do, if you can. Some people are hardened and they can't take an outside influence. And if that's true, well, okay. If you're here purely for a little bit of entertainment, that's fine. You're welcome here. There's a lot of people out there that I interface with that some of you don't agree with. But that's not your job to pick who I interface with or who I'm friends with. It isn't. The fact that I pick on somebody that's very well accepted out here in the community, then I get accused of being hate because I picked on them a little bit or said something about the way they conduct business. Please. We all have a right to a certain extent to express opinion, don't we? The other thing is, it would be so boring if we all agreed. You know, when you participate in debates when you're in school or college, and it's nice to be the one that was the best at the time. It doesn't always happen. In the business world, there was times where I did well, and there was times where people got upset with me. It only takes one word to upset somebody. If you don't believe me, there is one comment on one of my videos here lately where somebody got upset over one word from somebody who made a commentary on my channel, and it just so happened I give them a thumbs up and a heart. And this person was upset with me and put on a long paragraph. Like I say, the hearts I put on there for acknowledgement that they're on my channel. And this person was very hurt, you know, and it's too bad they're hurt because the verbiage was never meant to be hurtful. I don't try to reach out and hurt somebody. And I realize there's some of the comments are put on here to hurt me. And most of the time it don't. I just kind of let it go and go on to the next thing. Well, I don't know how better I can express my opinions. I do want you to be comfortable when you come here and not have to listen to a bunch of cussing. I can tell you right now, there's a channel out there that when I seen one of the videos, a short video, and they were interfacing with somebody. All of you guys think that this person is right for what things he said, and the other person was completely wrong for where they were at. When I looked at it, it made my heart sick. And I would never allow one of my children to look at something like that. I think it would leave a scar. I think the speech that person gave was completely wrong. I know some of you haven't seen it. It might be that maybe you're better off not looking at it. It's that bad. And some of you are going to say, well, he's justified in saying things that he said. And I'm telling you, in the Lord's house, there is no justification for that kind of an action. There is not. And that's not just my opinion at that point. That is the Lord's law. So, enough said about that. The rest of you, I'm very happy that you come here and you're interested. It's a Saturday, so time for you to get out there and enjoy the day. For you guys that that hate me, I guess you just have to do it. I'm going to try my best not to let it get to me. I don't know you on a personal basis, and you don't know me either. So it's easy to get on a board here and type away or talk on something like this. At least I show my face on here, and a lot of you guys that attack me, you don't put your channel up there and say, hey, Ray, whatever. But if you do wish to have your own channel and get up there, if you want my help on doing it, because if you have a computer, you can get on YouTube, okay? And you can put your own thing out there, and you can tell me how wet I am, and you can do it in person, not on here. Because you can say, hey, shout out to Ray out there from Ray's Garage. Believe me, 100 people will come back and say, Ray, you've got to see this. Called you out. All right, without more ado, let's call it a morning. Yeah, it's almost noon, so you guys have a good day, and I really appreciate you being here. And come on back. Look, if you want to, go ahead and hit the sub button. Hit the thumbs up. If you want to, hit the thumbs down. It shows on my analytics. If you're upset with me and you don't like my movie or video, you can hit the thumbs down. It shows up. And you let me know how upset you were. And okay. At least I'll know maybe what videos to stay away from. All right, that's it. You go out there and have a good weekend, a great day today. I know here it's not too bad, so.